Big shout out to the fellas Papi Shulo J and Geico 831. I appreciate all the love from you all. Let's keep enlightening ourselves and staying conscious of what our eyes consume every day. Now let's get on to why you clicked this video.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but breaking down racial barriers, breaking down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. You know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together.
Listen, if you have one of your crazy house party things, shout me a holler down.
But check this out. We here to do a toast. Yeah. And I saw you, you know, warming up to meet Jay. And I know you had that. I saw you when you did it, and it was smooth. I like the way that you chose the right introduction. But now you got to make a toast for Diddy. And I know you didn't practice that.
Like, yo, man, crazy, man. Just pick me up, man.
Probably ready to whoop that right after that, man.
But then Diddy comes and jumps off the balcony. Stop harassing this man. Give me the.
Bad Boy Records, despite its monumental success in shaping the music industry, ultimately serves as a cautionary tale of excess exploitation, demonstrating how the very culture of fame it created transformed into one of the most devastating curses for Diddy and the artists he championed, revealing that the pursuit of glory often comes at a perilous personal cost. As a once flourishing hub of creativity, Bad Boy Records has seen a parade of talented artists walk away, driven by pervasive controversies and conflicts with Diddy, underscoring a troubled legacy where ambition was often overshadowed by strife and betrayal. Diddy dove into the music industry working for Uptown Records in the mid-'80s as an unpaid intern to climbing his way as an A&R executive. Diddy made a powerful impact to the label and worked with artists like Mary J. Blige, helping shape the popularity of her career, being 3 times platinum, as well as creating a new sound of R&B mixed in with hip-hop. Even while making the record label so much cash, the fallen label owner Andrew Harrell fired Diddy in July 1993. Firing Diddy turned out to be one of the worst decisions made by Uptown, but also one of the best decisions for Diddy since 2 weeks after getting kicked from the Uptown label. Bad Boy Records was born, and he'd bring Biggie under his wing. Bad Boy Records would be a huge hit success from the jump. Releasing their first project album, Funk the World, from Craig Mack, who was at the time signed to the Bad Boy label, went gold off the first album. Following that, Biggie would take the record label to another level when he released his well-known album, Ready to Die, and went 4 times platinum. Diddy would continue to sign writers and producers to help brand all of his artists to making hits. Then later in 1996, the spotlight brightens on Bad Boy Records and Diddy because of the feud with Death Row Records and the entire West Coast. The East versus West Coast war would put Bad Boy Records in massive headlines, being the main topic at that time. But what was it worth, because it costed their biggest star Biggie his whole life? When you take a look back, even though Diddy and Biggie were close, Diddy didn't have much sympathy for the passing of Biggie, because later on Bad Boy Records would release the album Life After Death by Biggie. Diddy accumulated crazy amounts of money when the record sold over 10 million copies. Before the passing of Biggie, Diddy already had his eyes set at making Mase his new star for Bad Boy Records, already being featured with Biggie in the song Only You, as well as Mo Money, Mo Problems. Mase gained a buzz. Nobody could replace Biggie, but Diddy thought otherwise and applied heavy pressure on Mase to become the new face of Bad Boy Records. Mase would drop his debut album Harlem World a few months after Biggie's passing. The album instantly kicked off, being #1 on the Billboard Pop and R&B charts, alongside selling 270,000 copies within the first week of its release.
I love you, man. Bye. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
After releasing his first album, Mase was put on the map being the hottest artist in New York. But everything would go downhill when Mase released his second album, Double Up, and didn't even sell half as many copies in the first week. Then in 1999, Mase announced his retirement for rap and became a pastor. He would end up coming back to the music industry in 2004 and would collaborate with 50 Cent while still being signed under Bad Boy Records. The comeback wouldn't last long though, since Mase retired again. But before retiring, Mase had to make sure he cut off all loose ends by freeing himself from Diddy. Mase surprised Diddy live on radio in order for him to sign documents making Mase free from the record label, only to find that news broke out and the documents just allowed Mase to hop on tracks with artists from other labels, but he'd still be signed under Bad Boy.
I'm trying to get my paperwork signed.
He's trying to get his freedom.
It took me 10 years to get this paperwork right here. I had to put this in UPS.
It's about to go out now.
Spill on it. I don't even know what I'm gonna put out now. This is me, so I got my official papers right here from Puff Daddy. It was love. So I guess we don't have no problems at all.
All love, man.
I don't even know how to take that. I ain't used to Puff doing good stuff, you know?
Maze being not the only rapper who left Bad Boy and took up religion. Craig Mack was the first artist signed to Bad Boy Records, and his remix track Flavor in Your Ear was the first time majority of fans heard of Biggie. Craig played a big part of making the record label successful from the beginning. The shady part is Diddy released Biggie's debut album a week before releasing Funk the World. Allegedly, Craig had animosity towards Diddy since Diddy wasn't paying Craig for the music he made. Reason being is Craig refused to change his management after Diddy told him to do so, or else he won't support him.
Craig wanted his money for his music. So Puff said, yo, I ain't with that kid no more. Not at all. I was right there when he said that. Told Craig Mack, you don't change your management, I ain't with you.
Craig ended up leaving the record label in 1995. He'd try and attempt a comeback with Bad Boy a couple years later, but the situation didn't really work out for both parties. Craig Mack went MIA for a decade until a video surfaced in 2012 where he is seen in attendance joining a new church at South Carolina called the Overcomer Ministry. What's mind-blowing is the church was actually a cult led by a man who goes by the name of Brother Stare. For being a pastor, Stare had his encounters with law enforcement having a foul list of charges. After a 2-decade hiatus, Craig Mack made a triumphant return to the music industry in 2012. Then, fast-forwarding to 2017, he'd released the Mack World Sessions, but his career was tragically cut short by heart failure in 2018, leaving fans to mourn the potential of what could have been. While Craig Mack's struggles marked a poignant chapter in the legacy of Bad Boy Records, they would soon be overshadowed by the fate of another artist from the label, whose life and career were fraught with even greater challenges. In 1999, as Diddy grappled with keeping Bad Boy Records at the forefront of the music industry, he believed he had discovered a new star in the rapper Shine, leading media sources to claim that Diddy, in a desperate bid to create another hitmaker, handed over millions of dollars along with 3 cars and 2 homes just to secure his signing. Despite already generating buzz in the industry by collaborating with other Bad Boy artists, Shine's momentum came to a sudden halt when he was arrested in a shootout while hanging out with Diddy before even dropping his debut project. On December 27th, 1999, at the Kit Kat Club in New York City. Shine was enjoying a night out partying with Diddy and Jennifer Lopez when a confrontation with a man named Matthew Allen escalated into chaos as tensions rose. Allen, Diddy, and Shine all brandished their weapons, leading to gunfire that left 3 innocent bystanders injured, resulting in a dramatic scene where Shine, Diddy, and Lopez were subsequently arrested for their involvement, with Diddy and Lopez eventually acquitted of all charges while Shine became the fall guy in the incident, ultimately serving nearly 9 years in prison for his role in the shooting.
It opens wounds when you hear, the victim saying that it was Diddy that shot her. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy.
Is she accurate, sir?
I'm not going to get into that, but I am relieved that people are saying what the truth is, that, I did not shoot those people.
Diddy's courtroom testimony against Shine marked a betrayal of their friendship, leading to Shine's conviction and a lengthy prison sentence that severely impacted his life and derailed his promising music career.
This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
During his time behind bars, Shine studied Judaism and ultimately converted, changing his name to Moses Levi Brown in honor of his new faith. After completing his prison sentence, Shine was deported to his home country of Belize, where he not only embraced his roots but also rose to serve in the House of Representatives, marking a remarkable comeback forged in the crucible of betrayal by Diddy. It seems that every artist who signs with Diddy eventually seeks solace in religion, as if the trials of fame under his wing come with an unspoken pact to face their demons through faith. In 2003, an artist that goes by the name of Loon signed to the record label and made a hit with his self-titled album. According to Loon, Diddy would have too much going on and didn't want to be the nagging artist since Diddy was busy helping his other artists out for a breakthrough, leading to Loon leaving the record label because of the lack of attention given. After parting ways with Bad Boy, Loon established his own label, Boss Up Entertainment, only to embark on a transformative journey while touring in Dubai, where he embraced Islam in December 2008, marking a profound new chapter in both his personal and professional life. Converting to Islam and adopting the name Amir Muhaddith, Loon found himself grappling with the harsh realities of his past when he was arrested at Brussels airport on drug charges, ultimately leading to his extradition back to the United States, where he faced a daunting 14-year prison sentence. But in July 2020, he'd be granted early release due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Though every artist from Bad Boy Records faced their share of trials and tribulations, none could compare to the tragic journey of Black Rob, whose experiences within the label painted a haunting portrait of unfulfilled dreams and betrayals. It seems that signing with Diddy might not be a golden opportunity, but rather a curse that shadows their every success with the weight of hardship and loss. Black Rob went platinum on Bad Boy with his debut album Life Story and gained even more traction with the hit track Whoa. But it all go downhill as his second album, The Black Rob Report, completely flopped, and in 2010 he'd leave Bad Boy Records and go on his own way. While Diddy raked up hundreds of millions of dollars from his artist music, Black Rob was facing homelessness and couldn't afford the necessary medical treatment after experiencing 4 severe strokes. Many people bashed on Diddy for abandoning him and for not providing any sort of aid. Eventually, in April 17th, 2021, Black Rob tragically passed away at the age of 52 from cardiac arrest. Amid ongoing controversies, Diddy finds himself at the center of the media spotlight with allegations swirling around Kevin Hart, who is often seen at Diddy's parties, while reports suggest that Hart's wife is contemplating divorce after the FBI unveiled explicit footage of him from the raid on Diddy's house. What's more interesting is Kevin's vegan restaurant Hart House closed all of its locations overnight after just only 2 years. Many people speculate it's in relation to the arrest of Diddy to help him with legal fees, as Kevin has been laying low from speaking about his ties with Diddy. While fans have long believed that Diddy single-handedly founded Bad Boy Records, the truth reveals a more troubling tale. He initially launched the label with Kirk Burroughs, only to later manipulate circumstances and pressure Kirk into relinquishing his 25% ownership, casting a dark shadow over the legacy of a music empire built on betrayal.
I wasn't threatened by him. What I was messed up over was the fact that I started this company with you from day zero, and now the one solid thing that you told me I had, you want to take that back and do a return to me on that at this critical time that we're renegotiating and getting a step up on the contract.
Behind the glitzy facade of Diddy's infamous freak parties, where every major celebrity and athlete mingled amid a haze of excess, lies a dark underbelly of power and privilege that seemingly allows the elite to escape accountability for their most heinous crimes.
You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. But for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
As the once mighty empire of Diddy showed signs of crumbling under the weight of the sinister deeds he's committed against his artists, it became painfully clear that the code of invincibility was beginning to fracture. The spirits of those wronged echoed in the halls of his success, demanding justice in a world where money often silences truth. Yet for all his questionable choices and the shadow they cast on his legacy, Diddy's unparalleled connections continued to weave a web of protection around him, leaving us to ponder. Will time ultimately serve as his greatest asset or his fiercest demise? In the end, the future remains unwritten, and only time will reveal the true reckoning awaiting a man who has soared so high yet played so dangerously close to the edge. Diddy's meteoric rise in the music industry is tied to a deeply secretive and sinister humiliation ritual enforced by the powerful elites who groomed him for success, ascending to a position of power within the industry. Diddy was required to undergo a series of demeaning trials that not only tested his loyalty but also stripped him of his former identity, leaving him vulnerable yet compliant. In turn, this trauma may have perpetuated a cycle of exploitation, with Diddy inflicting similar humiliations on his own artists at Bad Boy Records, essentially mirroring the brutal path he was forced to navigate. As the whole Diddy situation unravels within our very own eyes, what are your thoughts about the circumstances in regards to Diddy? Comment down below and let me know what else you guys are interested in seeing. Thank you all, and we'll see each other on the next one.